Alright, so I just wanted to show you a little bit of my layout here in Japan. So this is my N-scale layout. It is 80 centimeters by 120 centimeters. And I built it on basically a fold-out camping table. So everything is designed to be semi-permanent. Like, I can take the entire thing apart and move it if I needed to. But I pretty much leave it set up here in my apartment. So I will start here. Oh, it's gonna be alright. So this is the control system. You'll see I'm using Kato for pretty much everything. Main reason is I'm just familiar with their system because we did sell this at the hobby shop I used to work at, so I'm semi-familiar with how the Kato system works. So right now I have the train parked on what will eventually be one of the train station tracks. So I will set the switches so that I can pull it out onto the main line. Alright, that should be set now. Double check. Oh, I did the wrong switch. Okay. So that's all set up. And then I have to turn the power on to that track, so I do have it on a separate block. And that should be forward. And it should pull out. Sorry about that shakiness there. I got the, it's a little tight on this tripod. And I'll switch that so it should cross over. And then I gotta adjust that so that matches. Alright, so now the train should cross over onto the outside track, and it did. There we go. Okay. Still getting used to this tripod here. Yeah, so you can see it is now actually crisscrossing. And so now it'll crisscross to the outside track. Alright, and let me throw the switch. Okay, so now it's on the main line, and it's left side running, which is how trains operate here in Japan, just like they drive on the left. So it's a pretty basic setup, but you know, I can run trains on it, and as I have time to collect more and add more to the layout, I'll be able to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to add any more scenery or not. I do think I'm going to buy a train station platform, and they do make a lot of like pre-built buildings that you can just set down, so I might do that, but I don't know if I'm actually going to put scenery up, just because I do want to make it so that I can take everything down if I need to. And now I will show you how I park it. So flip that back. So now it should cross over to the inside track. There we go. And let me scoot in a little bit so you can see. Alright, so now I will slow it down. Alright, and flip the switch there. Alright, so we'll reverse direction, and then it will back in to the siding and into the station track. And hopefully it won't derail on us. By the way, it's a Daigo Ichi locomotive that is pulling these cars. And this is a locomotive from a Kato starter set. Alright, let's see here. So far so good. Nope, yeah, it's going to derail. These cars do not like going onto that switch coming out of that turn there. I'm going to have to take a Dremel tool and probably sharpen the point a little bit on the turnout so that the wheels don't catch going into that. There we go. Alright, so let me continue backing it in. Oh, this one. There it goes. Alright, so this layout is DC. I don't believe they really have DCC here in Japan. Well, they do, but it's not as popular. So finding equipment that's designed or pre-built for DCC is a bit difficult. So at this point, I'm just starting out with a DC layout, and maybe later on I will convert it over. But I do have everything set up on blocks so that I can park a train there and turn off the power. And I'll quickly show you the control system I built. So those of you who are familiar with Kato should recognize what I have built here. So basically I took a wire rack container. I bought this at a 100 yen shop, so I think maybe like each component was like its own individual price and you had to add it up. But I probably paid maybe 2,000 yen for this table, or this shelf unit I set up here. So that's not bad. And you can see I basically just run the wires through the mesh so they stay. So the top controller controls the outside track, and it also controls all the switches, so I'll normalize them so they're all straight. And these switches, there's a little like button that they just snap into and it powers them all, and then the power goes out these cables to the turnouts. And then underneath, let me pull out a little bit, the bottom one controls the inside track, and it also controls the power to the blocks for the siding. So right now I only have two. Eventually I'll get two more, and I also have to add two more switch controls up here. And then I will have all of these up here set up so that I can park trains. So the current plan with this, and yeah, you can see I do have my laundry drying above this. You gotta make everything fit in a compact space. So my current plan is these two tracks are going to be for a station. So I'm going to put a station platform where this revailer is. And then these tracks here are supposed to be like maintenance or locomotive tracks. So this is where I'll like store locomotives for now. And then over here, these two tracks, I'm going to have those be freight. So the idea is that there should be like an industry or something there, and then freight cars will sit there. So it's a very small layout, not much going on here. Very compact space though, so I figure for what little space I have, I've done decently. What I might do at some point, because I do have this open area here in the center, is see if maybe I can either run a track off of this siding or off of this siding here, and maybe put like a turntable with a couple side tracks on it for storing steam locomotives. So I might do that. But as you can see, everything's pretty compact as it is now. So it'll be kind of hard to fit that in there, but I might be able to do it. So, but yeah, so that is my layout here in Japan. Not as extensive as my one back in the States, my HO layout, but considering how little space I have and you know what that entails, I think I did decently. So hopefully in future videos you'll get to see some of the locomotives that I purchase, and hopefully you'll get to see some more scenery show up on this layout. So thanks for watching, and if you have not, please subscribe to my channel for more videos about trains in Japan and model railroading in Japan, and also information about the Pennsylvania Railroad and other American railroads that I still follow. Thank you.